We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. I'll ask for returns for you guys to smash that like button. And here we are with Bbby, Bed Bath & Beyond Inc. The stock had an explosive move to the upside, having a full transition from yesterday's dip to today's rip. And we need to talk about what's going on. And while Bbby was going higher, the SPY was actually going lower. And our SPY bot at 10:30 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, put options went up 200% plus within minutes, guys. As you see there on the screen, outflows got crossed, weakness continued, and it even tried coming back up. Those inflows picked up, sent a bull indicator later in the afternoon, and call options went up on that opportunity nearly 100% plus. And this is the clarity and edge that you can receive now as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, the QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities. And this is not financial advice. This is my opinion and perspective alone. I personally believe volatility is here to stay, and it will continue to be this way, and having an edge and clarity of the charts makes all the difference. So here we are with Bbby. It's hit a complete transition on 42 vision, slightly pulling back right now, and we need to talk about key supports and resistance. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And as you see popping up here on the screen, these are some of the home runs I've managed to find this week alone. While not guaranteed to be this way every single time, we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So the home runs of the day were spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So this is the one stock I mentioned this morning, BEAT. And this turned out to give us a jump of 30% plus within minutes and a highest point of 40% plus. We caught this in the pre-market and it was starting to have strength. Those inflows were picking up, jumped up nearly 30% plus within minutes, continued into the bell, and those inflows stayed above the midpoint, switched from red to green with strength, 42 vision full strength here, and gave a highest point of 40% plus, and throughout the day gave other jumps, and it stayed and went for a second run above the midpoint for 10 to 20%. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity over the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So here we are with Bbby, Bed Bath & Beyond Inc., having a full transition on 42 vision from the dip area to the rip area, as we've talked about in previous videos, from the rip to the dip. And that's what it's all about, right? Having that clarity to see the dips from the rips. And then we also have the bull and bear indicators in our inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds those extra layers of confirmation. I'm going to pull up the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, our QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation within the volatility and gives us that edge over the charts. And slots are now open for those interested. Once again, that link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator and our inflow versus outflow. So here we are with Bbby under a bull indicator since yesterday. We talked about how important it was for this to break above, right, the resistance of $9, but then above that we needed to get towards $9.50. It rejected a little bit below that, and here we are based off the 30-minute pulling downwards, right? But the inflows, they cross back up. They're holding above, and on the 15-minute within the volatility, you could see the same thing that we talked about yesterday. We wanted these inflows to pull away from it, stay above the midpoint, but within the volatility, it has gone a bear indicator in the process to the downside. We went from the rip area down towards red bars, and the last part of this dip area would be white with red borders, right? Just like this right here. That's the last part of this transition that we would need to see. Now, it doesn't have to go towards it, but it possibly can, right? If it continues to break through supports, and here you have the outflows actually crossing over as we speak in this video. We need to see if it finds support close to it and bounces back up, or is this going to pull further away from the midpoint to the downside and retest the lows of the day as it was opening at the opening bell and break through supports from yesterday that we talked about in yesterday's video, which we're going to break down now in today's, right? Now on the 30-minute, it's still above the midpoint. We need to see because the 15-minute could be reacting within the volatility. No bear indicator just yet, and this bull indicator is still holding true, right? Trying to dominate over the chart. But one thing 42 Vision has shown us already is that it's gone from a dip area to a rip area, a complete transition, the bull indicator, and the crossover over the midpoint. Now, for this to actually have strength and start a staircase effect is we do not want to see a bear indicator pop up. We want this bull indicator to hold true and this actually go ahead and find support at higher levels and break out. This could be the setup before the next bull run, especially if these inflows continue to dominate over the chart and push up higher. If you look at where the inflows are at here, based off the 30-minute, it's currently sitting at 0.67, and the last time it was up towards 1.05 and up here towards 1.02. So I will be watching inflows if it could continue going into tomorrow and even next week towards those levels. It doesn't guarantee it's going to hit those levels, but the last time we reached those levels, the stock went up from about $7 all the way up to $9, and then also from $6 all the way up to $8. And right now, all we've done is gone from $8 up to $9, right? So if there's further strength here, we want to see this pull away and try to reach those levels or even break out even higher, right? But we're back over the midpoint here. You could see the strength, and we want to see strength here at these levels of finding support, even though there's been a lot of volatility, right? It went all the way up above 9 and it's back down into the 8s, and that's going to be super important to watch, right? When we zoom out on the 1 hour, I had showed yesterday that those inflows were reaching the midpoint, right? This is super important because it crossed and it continued to pull away from it all the way up towards the peak here, from going from 838 to highs here of 931. Now, as you could see here, the inflows have slowed down. It's sitting sideways here, and as it's pulling back, it has shifted from bright green to red bars, but it just got a bull indicator today in the pre-market. So within this volatility, this could be the setup before the next bull run, as I like to call it, right? Not financial advice, just my perspective alone. If this goes ahead and holds true, no bear indicator pops up, and we hold above the midpoint here on the 1 hour, that is what I'm going to be watching specifically going into tomorrow. Or if it starts pulling down towards it or even crosses it, it could start reflecting in the chart very, very quickly and canceling out this bull indicator. This is going to be very important and pivotal at these levels. But when we come back to the 30-minute, again, we're above the midpoint. On the 15-minute within the volatility, the outflows have crossed, and it's actually hit here so far a low of 869. It's trying to curl back up here. It's around 870s right now, fighting between 870s and 880s. But this needs to slow down and cross back up so that the 1 hour and the 30-minute could hold true, and a bull indicator that pops up in the process on the 15-minute that cancels out this bear indicator. And this will be pivotal in the charts, guys, especially on the 15-minute pulling back up, and then also the 30-minute coming to follow, right? Hold itself up and following that upward trajectory, holding its bull indicator in the process. So let's talk about supports and resistance. The first thing is, the first support is 869, and below that is 850, and then back down towards here 825. Those are the key levels to the downside I'm watching if this starts to pull back down towards the midpoint or even crosses it, right? Now to the upside, if it holds up and starts pulling upwards, right now we're at 0.67 towards 1.0, 0.9, or anything above this with those inflows pulling away from the midpoint and going higher, well, I'm going to be watching the resistance levels that I've talked about. The first one is $9. Then above that is $9.33 based off today's high. But more importantly, $9.50. And above that is $9.80s. $110. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below, how you feel about this. Do you think this run is over, or is it just beginning? As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.